Ross. Diana Ross is celebrating her birthday today. Remember back in at the Grammys, which was weeks ago, she said happy birthday to herself, and she kept doing it. But her birthday was not until a month away. So it's today. Happy birthday, Miss Ross. 75, never looked so good. I didn't think I ever met her before, and then I was reminded that I met her one time at QVC. She was hawking a perfume, and I had my clothes. That was when I was with them. And I didn't see her, because I remember, because they cloaked her in like big sheets and stuff, and they gave her a separate entrance. Like no, she's a real diva. Like in a good way to me, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have the nerve to do that, but she's got the nerve, and that's that. And she's like a celebrity, like celebrities freak out over her. Like, Iman was there that day too. So Iman and Diana Ross, you would think, are in the same class, you know? But no, Iman had to get shuttled away. I had to get shuttled away. I'm like, stop pushing. Why is everybody pushing? Iman, where are we going? And so she was like, Diana's coming in. I said, Diana who, Ross? She said, yeah. They didn't promote her perfume or anything like that, like it was a whoosh. And I don't know how it actually did. Well, she's not with them anymore. Might not have smelled so good. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know. All I'm saying is happy 75th birthday. She watches our show, too. Hi, Miss Ross. She watches our show. She likes our show. We used to have a housekeeper who used to be a housekeeper for Diana Ross and told me that, that she always watched our show. Annette. Anyway, and today's show, like I was telling you at the top of the show, it's so good, every single segment. My producers really did this, because I gotta tell you something. You know I don't like sports. You know, unless sports have to do with Hot Topics, then I like sports. So they, you know, at first they were like, okay, we got a sports lady coming on. I'm like, what? They told me this weeks ago, you know, when we were preparing for the show. I'm like, what? Gosh, well, let's make it a really short segment. Well, sports, why? I don't want to do any more shows that I don't love. You know, every single segment, if I don't love it, then I'm not into it. And that's just the way it's going to be. Do you know Jemele Hill? Yeah. Okay. Man, she is a ball of controversy, so much more than sports. So I was like, okay, get her to the show now. And then, you know, yesterday I was telling you that I don't like kids cooking, you know, on our favorite cooking shows like Gordon Ramsay and stuff like that. Guy Fieri gets the kids on, no kids in the cooking. So then they tell me weeks ago, we got a kid coming and he's gonna cook. I was like, what? And they said, well, no, he's not actually cooking. I know, his name is Luca Marconi. He's from Brooklyn and you'll hear it when he talks. Look. So this Luca Marconi, I'm like, I don't want a kid coming on the show and cooking. I don't want a hot dog. I don't want grilled cheese. Those years are over. And so then they said, no, he's not gonna cook. He's a food critic. I said, I don't want him criticizing hot dogs. And I don't want him, I am not into it. They said, no, Wendy. No, he's upscale food critic. Yes. Like, this is his version of a pizza or something like that. Anyway, and we're gonna eat caviar and everything. I'm like, get this kid out here. Now, I'm so excited about today's show. And then we're definitely getting to Ask Wendy. Definitely. I didn't eat breakfast, so I'm gonna throw down. The food looks so good. All I ask out here is some salt. And just keep the hot sauce on the side, but I might not even use the hot sauce. I don't use it as much as you think. I just like to have it. It's like a security blanket in case food is horrible. So Justin Bieber quit music. Yeah. He's quitting for a while, he says. He's 25 years old. You know he's been famous since forever. And you guys have really put him through the ringer, making his fame just something, you know, he can't walk out of the house. You know, people obsess the Beliebers and beyond. So he's 25, like I said. He says he wants to address deep-rooted issues and focus on his marriage and his health. I think this is terrific. I do. You know why? First of all, that goes to show you that Hailey Baldwin is a really good wife and talked him off the ledge. You know, like, talked him off, you know, like, you need to calm down, baby. Not just calm down, you need to quit. Enjoy TV, enjoy normal things, stay in the house, you know, relax, get yourself together mentally and physically. And you know what? He's only 25 years old. When he comes back, say he takes a year off, say he takes 2 years off, the believers will be waiting for him. You know, and here's the thing. There are not many people, and they said, well, Wendy, who else do you think could do this? Because what if he comes back and nobody cares? I said, oh no, they'll care. Immediately I said that. I said, and then I started running down to my producers a list of people that I think could do this. You know, go away and come back and you will be waiting for them in every way. You'll buy their clothes, you'll go get the albums, you'll see them in concert, like you're gonna give them the same business. All right, so here's the 3 that I think could do this, and you tell me if you agree. Justin Bieber could definitely do it. Also, I think that Drake could do it. They didn't agree with me in my Hot Topics meetings. I said yes, because just because they're doing regular stuff doesn't mean that they're not gonna be a guest at Coachella, not on the stage, but you know, walking around. Like, and also Beyonce could do it. Yeah, she could do it. And then they started to add, my producers, they started to add to my list, and here's where everything went left. They said Lady Gaga could do it. I said, no, she can't. Clap if you think Lady Gaga could disappear for 2 years and come back. Yeah, not as many claps. Gaga, don't do it. You just keep singing and acting and doing stuff, you know? Anyway, but he did say in his quote that he wants to sustain his marriage and he wants to be a good father. So is she pregnant or not? I don't know. If she is pregnant, she looks great because this was a recent picture. I don't think she's pregnant, but I think that he's preparing to have, you know, he wants that life. And why not? I normally don't say do it in your 20s, but in his case, his 20 is like 50, based on what he's been through. You know, and also, this is now Hailey's time to shine, because we didn't know who she was. And she's some sort of model. I never saw her modeling anything. Oh. And I don't recognize her. Yeah, she's a model. So, you know what? Support her, tour with her, be in the front row at her fashion shows and stuff. That way people aren't forgetting Justin Bieber, and she's giving Hailey her time to shine. I think this is great. And he posted a video, he's in that oxygen chamber that Michael Jackson had, except this looks like an updated one. Michael's was really hard. This one looks hard too, but it looks soft inside, and it's got a window. Michael's did not have a window. Yeah. On the documentary about Michael Jackson, he said that he only did that just so that you'd keep talking about him. He never even got in the oxygen chamber other than to take a paparazzi-style picture and then have his people send the picture out to all the tabloids and stuff like that, so we talk about him. I was gonna oxygen chamber. I was telling you this. In my quest for wellness, I was gonna oxygen chamber, but you know what? The one that I saw did not have a window. It was not soft. It was hard. And you have to lay like this, like real skinny. Like, I think I have to lose like 10 pounds or 20 pounds before even doing it. I'm not doing that. But if I do, I'll take you on my ride. Yeah, good luck, Justin. Okay, so there's a big win for Rob Kardashian. He needs a win. Yeah. I like Rob because I feel sorry for Rob. I always have. Even when he was thin Rob when we first met him. There was something about him, I always felt sorry for him. So anyway, he's finally settled his child support battle with Blac Chyna. Now, when last we talked, I was telling you that Rob is paying her $20,000 a month. They were never married, so this is strictly for Royal Reign.
Dream. Royal Reign is Lil' Kim.
And honey...
Dream is Rob.
Okay, I've been telling you though that Little Kim's coming on the show, and she is. The thing is that she's had to postpone, and she'll be like several weeks later. Her record label has pushed her album back. So she's working on music, she's gonna perform here, she's gonna sit on the couch, and no, that's not the big deal. The big deal is, because I've known Kim since the beginning of her career, and I've never interviewed with her here on the show. And the big deal is that the publicist and people were trying to keep us, keep the questions like, you know how Wendy is, Kim, you don't want her to ask this, you don't want her, Kim got in the way of everybody and said, Wendy can ask me whatever she wants. So it's gonna be, yeah. I love guests like that because I always end up being nicer. Like if you tell me I can ask you anything, then I cut you a break. Don't get used to that though. You know, or say, Wendy, that's none of your business. Okay. Whereas if you come here with resistance, then that's when I want to go in. Well, yes, it is my business. You're here on the couch. Now, we want to know. So, look, originally she was supposed to be here in early May, late April. And now, write this down, May 17th, Little Kim. Yeah. And I don't know which one of her old school songs that she's going to do. I haven't decided yet, but she's going to give us new music and then flip it into the old school. Plan a good costume. I think I'm going to wear butt pads that day. You know what I mean? Like, plan a good costume. Yo, come on, we're going to celebrate Little Kim that day. All right. So back to Rob. So he was paying her $20,000 a month. Well, you know that's a lot of money. Rob has those socks, the sock line. I don't know if it's still at Neiman Marcus or not. The socks are very fancy though, and they sell for like $35. I was gonna buy some for my father, and I was like, nope. I went right over there to those sweat socks and regular church socks. But he's not making a lot of money, and Blac Chyna is making a whole lot of money. Blac Chyna, right now, she goes everywhere from the White House to the Kentucky Derby to the strip club. And all she's got to do is walk in the door and say, "I'll stay if you pay." And that's how that goes. So she's making a whole lot. She really did capitalize off this whole Kardashian thing, I'll tell you. As the thought game goes, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do the damn thing. All right, so now here's the outcome. The final outcome is that they're gonna split custody of Dream 50-50. Great, that's terrific. And when Dream is with Chyna, Chyna pays for everything. And when Dream is with Rob, Rob pays for everything. Rob does not have to give any more child support. And no, but a man should have to pay some child support. You should have to pay some child support. But, Chris got in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that she was at the hearing, but I'm sure she got in his head enough. You're not gonna pay. No, because originally he wanted it to be reduced to like $7,000 a month. And that's still a lot for Rob, because I don't know that he makes money, But now he doesn't have to pay for anything. And when the girl comes over, the baby, when she comes over to his house, he's still a Kardashian. Chris makes sure that he's gonna have the best food, for her, and good trips to Disney, where they go, on the ride alone. They don't have to wait in the line with the rest of us. Chyna showed up to the mediation, looking like Chyna. There she is. Yeah. And then, if you're gonna do it, then do the damn thing, right? And then afterwards, had the nerve to ask Rob to go out for margaritas with her. He declined. Who would pay? Who would pay, though, if he said yes? All right, so Rosie O'Donnell. Hi, Rosie. Listen, she does not have a good reputation dealing with people, but she was nice to me. When I went to The View a few years ago, Rosie was at The View. Remember they fired her on The View, and then they hired her back? Well, I was there during the hiration, and at The View, they like to knock on your door, all the hosts, to meet you first, to make you feel nice and warm and welcomed. I don't do that here at Wendy. Jamel, I know you're watching right now. The reason that I don't come up is because I like to be as shocked as everyone else when my guests come out. I like to check you out, give you a hug. You know what I mean? I don't do a hi. Not even Barbara Walters came to and I was shocked at that. She came. She knew who I was. She called me Wendy. Well, Barbara's not well, so. But she came, and everyone was so nice. And this Rosie, as a matter of fact, she was in my dressing room. Rosie, your conversation with me was so long that I almost wanted to kick you out to continue getting dressed for my appearance. No, she was very, very nice. I was waiting, though, for the shoe to drop and her to be mean to me, So here's the deal. She made a revelation about her former View co-host, Elisabeth Hasselbeck. Now, Elisabeth. Elisabeth is a Republican, and she goes to the mat for her party, okay? Remember, Rosie left the show after this aired, I don't know whether she left or she was fired. I suspect that she was fired, but because Rosie loves being on TV, good, bad, or indifferent. Like in my mind, that she's that type of person. Well, honey, she's got a new book out, this Rosie, and she is talking. I haven't read the book yet. The show is on hiatus next week. I know, we just came back. We have to do it. We're on a hiatus next week, though, and this is gonna be the read of the entire Hot Topics Bureau. We're reading it. I'm reading it with a Sharpie, bookmarks, you know, so I can come back and tell you about it, you know, after vacation. Anyway, in the new book, Rosie says that her relationship had lesbian undertones on both parts. With Hasselbeck. Well, Hasselbeck looks like her type, though. You know, all Rosie's girlfriends, Rosie's got a type. I don't know. But Rosie said it was a secret crush on both parts. Yes. And Rosie says that their big fight on the air, remember, this was like right after 9/11, and Rosie was saying that that 9/11 was the conspiracy theory, and Hasselbeck was like, what are you talking about? And it got louder and nastier, and it was the day that Sherry Shepherd was filling in. As a matter of fact, no, I think that was her first day. Sherry had just gotten hired, caught up in this mess. And Joy Behar was there. Barbara was not there that day. Joy Behar was there, and Joy was looking like cracking jokes the whole time. Did you see that episode? Anyway, Rosie speculated that Elisabeth is a little bit gay because she played softball. Well, so did I. So how I'm doing? How I'm doing. So Elisabeth went on Fox and Friends this morning, and we have a piece of her conversation. Take a look.
She said she had a crush on you because you were a Division I softball player.
And that all female athletes are a little bit gay, and I think, listen, I would say this to her. I tried to call her yesterday. Her number is old, the one on my phone. So I would say this directly to her, and I would say that's an unfair stereotype, and it seems selfish in a way, and I think that it's untrue. So Rosie, I think it was disturbing to read those things, and it was offensive to me, but I forgive her. I totally forgive you, Rosie.
I got a bunch of gay friends, and you all always want everybody to be gay. You're mad at me because I'm not. You know what I mean? Selfish. Anyway, so Elisabeth is vigorously defending this, as you can see, and yeah, I would vigorously defend it also. I mean, if you're gay, you're gay. If you're not, you're not. But the vigorously defending, you think maybe, well, she's married to a man, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think that Rosie is just doing this to make Elisabeth mad, and Rosie is still crushing, and also Rosie's got a book to sell. She's got no talk show or anything. She's got the podcast where, you know, she rants on it with the podcast, but she's got no, you know, she's not on TV. So I'm getting this book. I am getting this book. I wonder if Jamel is gay. I mean, she doesn't play sports. I did hear, though, that she played softball. And she's a lady, a sportscaster. She knows a lot about the sport. Jamel, how you doing? So anyway, you wrote down the name of the book, and it's coming out, and I'll give you the Cliff Notes, but I suggest you get it yourself, too. You want to read this. The kid never ate caviar. Like, he's got all this food that he's bought from great restaurants here in the city. I can't wait for this kid to get out here, but he's never eaten caviar. And I'm like, really? So I got him, you know, some caviar. You know I love it. I hope he doesn't like it in that way. It's all for me. And I'm only gonna give him like 3 pellets. I'm gonna only eat like 3 pellets so I can have the rest for myself. I love the caviar. I got the eggs and, you know, the toast points and everything like that. When I eat caviar by myself, I always eat it, forget this, well, I do have a caviar spoon. And I carry it in my wallet. I told you this. It's made of mother of pearl. So in case the occasion should arise, There you go. I remember we were at the airport one time, and it was like a 3-hour layover. So we went to the caviar place. It was a fancy. I think this was LaGuardia. You know, they're trying to clean up stuff. We were going out of the country though, so they give the out of the country. You know, if you're just flying down to DC, it looks a wreck at LaGuardia. But if you're flying out of the country, you know, it's all very fancy. So they had the caviar over there, and I was like, oh, go in my wallet. Take this back here. He doesn't like caviar. Good. I was no toast points or anything. 3 pellets, and I'm gonna put the egg on it. I'm gonna, you know, beef it up so he really thinks he's doing something. God, I wonder what he's bringing. Anyway, did you watch Love and Hip Hop? Atlanta. So the show premiered and they tackled the skin bleaching issue. We've talked about skin bleaching before. This was last night though. Remember, we told you about this dance hall singer. Her name is Spice. And she completely changed her look. And she wanted to address the colorism issue in the Black community. So last night she went all the way there. Look, she started with the eyeballs when she was darker, and now she kept the eyeballs. And like, there are 2 things that you can't mess with: your skin color and your nose. And the reason that the reason that I say the nose, and you all swear I've had a nose job. I haven't had a nose job. I would tell you if I did. The reason that you don't mess with your nose is because it's right in the center of your face. And even the best doctors do bad nose jobs. There are a few of the housewives, the ones that really have the money out in Beverly Hills and stuff. I see some bad nose jobs. You know, you pay all this money. It's right there in your face. If you're thinking of getting a nose job, just contour. Just contour. So last night she revealed her new look to her friends. And, well, they didn't take it well at all. Take a look.
What's going on here?
This is really what I was talking about. Because as a Black girl, I go through a lot, and I know that other people are going through a lot, and I'm being bashed by the complexion and the color of my skin, not by other race, by my own race. I know a lot of people may think it's self-hate, but is that self-hate when you do all this augmentation, like, oh, you got your breasts done, you weren't born with it. Why didn't you just love yourself the way you were?
If you love your skin, why would you sit here in the same sentence and turn around and say you was bleaching it?
You've never been in my shoes.
We all go through different things.
Oh, you look like a white woman trying to be Black right now. That's what you look like.
You've never been Black, so you never Black.
I was born Black. You mean I never been Black? I ain't never been nothing but Black. We are all Black. Okay.
You've never been in my shoes.
You're right.
You're not a dark-skinned girl, Mimi. You never lived this life. You'll never get it.
Well, now for her, I would say, why don't you just get the nose job? Do you know what I'm saying? If she wants to go all the way there, because but she's contouring. But here's the deal. There is colorism in the Black community. To the Black people, good morning, white people. To the Black people, though, here, clap if you'd bleach your skin. And there are at least 5 people who would. They just don't want to be embarrassed on TV. Because that's some real self-hate. That's really... I don't think she bleached her skin because in the next scene, she was back to being brown. So that was just some good-ass makeup. See that, you know what I'm saying? If you have, you know, a tick and you don't like the color of your skin, don't bleach it. Like, deal with it. And if you can't deal with it, poor you, then you need this makeup right here. I don't know what she's wearing. Because it wasn't on any of her stuff. You know, she was talking to Mimi. It wasn't on any of her stuff. I was looking at her collarbones. It didn't look cakey or chalky. Down to her ankles. Did you see her ankles? She got that makeup on good. Wow. Hot Topics is over. They gave me 1 extra minute this morning. But no, he's been flashing the sign like forever. And I still had more stories to tell you. I'm telling you, today's show is fire. And we've got more fire for you. Up next, journalist Jamel Hill is here. So grab a snack.